There's a card game that I'm thinking of. As I recall, you've got some people sitting around in a circle as you do. You dish out the cards, and the cards have words or ideas on them. And as you play them, you tell a story. So your card might have table, idea, and comet. So you start telling a story about how people were sitting around a table, and then out the window they notice this giant comet come down. But then if you say a word that someone else has a card from, they chip in and add to the story with their own thing. The game's not really about winning, it's about telling interesting stories. And that kind of encapsulates my feeling about CK here. I really like the fact that we're taking this for a run with the story rather than just playing it to win, because if there's one way to suck out fun from that card game, it's by having somebody in the circle who's there to win. Because you do win by spending all your cards, but I think that's a travesty, really. Right, what's going on here? Well, people have been pointing at the massive sums of money we have. Now, there's good reason that I have that. I want to invest in a lot of temples, but I can't do that investment just yet. That is something for our player heir to do, because it's going to be up to our player heir to establish a new Christian faith that allows us to have unrestricted marriage. Because whilst there have been a fair share of negative traits coming around, it's not been enough. I mean, heck, Doc Spengler here has no negative traits going on, and if the best we can do is albino, that's not good enough. So the heir needs to create a new religion. I think it's possible that Spengler could make it happen. His piety's alright, and it's growing okay, and it would certainly grow more if we went on more pilgrimages, and I think he will live a while. But in order to stay safe with our religion, we need a certain vassal right, and that would be, well, it doesn't show up here because we're not a wrong religion, but it would be the right to practice our own faith. It would stop our liege from converting our lands and forcing us to change our religion. So, let's hope we can get that done. Otherwise, what is there to think about? Yeah, Anno Uggo, I just noticed that you were dead, but I didn't realise that Gersenda popped out wee Darth Air here. Now that sounds like something I want to get on for Jupiter, because I really want you to marry somebody else that's albino, so that I can be positive I have lots of albino children coming out. So if I look for albino, oh right, we're in Dynasty Uggo here. There are plenty of others, and I am hugely tempted by Christophoros here, a giant albino. But if we stick with Darth there, Ugo, we might get glorious incestuous traits popping out. They're only cousins, and we don't have that much inbreeding, but think about it, we could have so much more. Where even are you? Wow, you're actually in my court. Amazing. I'm going to set these two up. I'll keep it matrilineal because it's more likely that my own daughter is going to stay in my court. We'll do just that. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. As for our other child, Shalui, can we get any albinos for you? Plenty going around. I don't think there are any albinos of the Uggo dynasty to marry them into, so we'll hold off. I mean, I can wait a while for you. You are pensive, by the way, so I'm going to have you focus on learning. They're also good at stewardship, and I like stewardship. Can really help with the old domain limit, but I think learning takes precedence here. How about you? You're also on the learning. Excellent. Good old pensive kiddos. I'm only teaching one of them, though. It would probably be useful to look over Shalui as well. I don't really care so much about Eelco. Eelco popped out as a giant disappointment with these traits. Maybe I should look towards folding in another trait. How about we find those Scaly's a fertility hit. Wait, no. Thinking small time here. Incestuous. Which is, inbred. You gotta check for all. Didn't realize for the longest time, but, you gotta get rid of that. Holy moly, look at this beauty of a catch. A spindly, inbred, giant Greek woman. Oh, well. How can I say no? The answer is I cannot. You're coming over here, Gregoria. That's a massive fertility hit, but Eelco is Fasoond and has the bonus from being in our house. She looks like she's 30 years old already. That she does. She's only meant to be 10, but, well, that's giant inbred for you. What's up with Spindly? Minor penalty, severe penalty, minor penalty, but they're feeling fine. Anyway, get yourself over here. You are a delightful concoction of horrific genetic defects, and I want them all. Can't forget good old Fan of Gaming. Oh, was it no, Fan of Gaming didn't pop out this thing. Actually, Fan of Gaming is too busy being positively Swedish the amount that his wife is being ploughed by other men and popping out children that we know are not Fan of Gaming's. It's kind of like watching Dale in King of the Hill here. Right, this chunky man... Wait, did you put out the... Why are you the one deciding this? Your son Ilko will be... Oh, it was your granddaughter! Oh no, I thought you were somebody else. I saw a giant man and I assumed it was Andreas who I... Wait, it wasn't Andreas. It was Anders who I set up in Amstetten, who ended up having Andreas Ugo, I might add. Wilbur, not enough negative traits. We need more. We need so many more. Poor Dale. Very much poor Dale. Right, I never expected I would go as close to King what's-his-face. I'm pretty sure we're not close. He's proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man. Well, I mean, couldn't hurt to be friends with this guy, because he would certainly want our land back. Thank goodness for absolute crown authority in the Holy Roman Empire. Thank goodness for high crown authority inside the Holy Roman Empire. I'm actually probably glad we have that not absolute. Oh, for God's sake! I friend him only for him to die. Not all that bad, though, because we became the culture head. Oh, excuse me? Sorry, you're going to have to run this one by me. How did we end up with a Mashriki leading the Bohemians? You had plenty of eligible children and you had partition. House seniority is house seniority. Yes, except... Wait, succession law blank? There we go. Male preference partition. And now we've got these weirdos, none of which are check. Well, this is good for me because that places myself as culture head. I don't mind guilds so much. It's a shame I can't get rid of banking. But once we have these guilds, we're going to... I mean, crossbows are pretty great. I don't need either of these from heraldry anymore. I love scutage, but I'm not really in a position to use that because I don't have many subjects myself. Crusader kingdoms have the Crusader culture converted to Arabic, Jake, as a Crusader relative, I think. Scary stuff. I didn't even see you with the... It was King Zybek here, right? Why would it not be one of your kids? Don't tell me they were all eunuched or something. Oh god, she's got cancer. Cut it out with a rusty butter knife. Well, well done, Jaranev. Regardless, you being there allows me to select probably men-at-arms afterwards. No, I should think about my buildings. If I get hoardings, I can have the better buildings in due time. Since Jake is doing an opposite day campaign where he's only allowed to expand and that way create board... Well, I'm creating border gore because since I have to be very picky about the provinces I take, I'm going to go for only the best. Amstetten is terrible, that's why it's the only one we're leasing out to a subject. Linz was the best one that we could immediately grab because it had 2 holdings that we could hold ourselves. Then Wien was a natural next step because it was the best Austrian one around. Then, of course, we go for the gold mine, and then Prague, because Prague is great. And the next choice will be a difficult one. Pilsen and Dodalby are both great. This one connects my land together, but that's actually not important, so... I'd probably go for Pilsen, because it'll immediately allow me to build 3 temples. And a single temple building is going to net me 500 piety, so it should really catapult us forward in terms of getting that religion going. To be honest, you might have had better tech now. Our learning's 10, it's not the worst. Oh, speaking of not the worst. Our albino wife is pregnant. Now, if you could just put us out an intelligent, fesooned albino child. The odds are low, but I want it. Oh, how fortuitous. I chose learning. I went, ugh, what a waste of time. I'm not culture head. Well, now I am, so cultural fascination is going to grow considerably. Let's see. Would take about 12 years with 47% chance to grow. And now 9 years, 61% chance to grow. Brilliant. Innovations are the way forward, although it can feel really samey at the end game when everyone has all the innovations. Or really, when you get the last of them, it kind of kills itself as a mechanic. Right, can't forget, it is always time to extort poor Anders, or Andreas now. It's so powerful. Should always, always extort your subjects at every opportunity. Because you only get small amounts of downsides with it. I don't mind extorted courtiers, and I certainly like getting the extra dread. Alright, so my bishop, I have an idea for him. I'm going to convert the man to becoming a witch. Oh? We talk about the horned god. As I open the chamber door, I hear rapid footsteps. Somebody has learned my witch secret. Which I kind of want exposed, because there's a nice bonus for being a witch. You're an exposed witch. Some bastard exposed you. But that extra intrigue and learning, I far rate that above diplomacy. And the witch stuff is nice. Then again, the opinion with other Catholics is bad if you don't have a lot of witches yourself. I wonder, does that mean that I don't like you because... I guess I can't see my opinion of others, can I? Still, it'd be funny if I didn't like you because of that. Maybe I just have to openly say I don't like you. In any case, about that bishop of mine. He won't like me for this. He very much won't like me for this, but I just want to do it because it's going to amuse me greatly. I know you're a witch, and I'm going to expose your... No, I can't blackmail for it. There we go. Oh, he really doesn't like me, but now he can actually be imprisoned and executed. Let's see. That is what I wanted to learn. You don't lose your level of devotion for imprisoning a witch bishop. It does cost 100 piety, but this is a great way to smoke all the money off of Sava Tobor towards the end of his time as my bishop, so a powerful way to get that money back. I really think in terms of getting money, it's all about using the clergy, right? Let them take over all the temples and that. Let them bank that money. It gets inherited by the next guy. Find a way to throw him into jail and take it all. A nice bonus like execution. Well, I'd banish him for the dosh. He's an arbitrary guy, so I doubt he's going to care too much. Let's go for forgiving, since he is literally a forgiving individual. Flattered. Oh, there's the 100 piety. I need to lock you up. Wasn't I planning on stealing this centurion's money? I think I was, but I'm pretty sure he was trying to kill me. Ah, but there's still the scheme going on to murder me. Let's hope that goes away at some point. As usual, the bread roll wants to give me land here in Austria. I would love it, but I need chin points. Specifically, I need 20 chin points to take over. Oh, that's an albino baby. Ooh, I like what I see. Could be better, but I don't think the albino inheritance trait is particularly likely if there's only one parent. Still, actually I had something else in mind. What are we going to call you? I don't think we're going to call you Doc Spengler. I think we're going to call you Compow. Much better. My wife doesn't look too happy about that. She probably thought she would be flattering me, but what kind of idiot names their child after themselves? All Austro men are the same. Change my mind, says Blubbery Abyss. Why aren't you throwing shade during DDR earlier? That was rough stuff, man. My whole body is seriously foobar right now. Not only did I have a 2.5 session of double DDR, I then did a lifting session afterwards. So I'm all the happier that I can sit back and relax with some Crusader Kings 3 and watch my incestuous family grow and grow. Speaking of incestuous, Baron is actually one of the worst negative traits, and I certainly don't want it. That's really grim. I could go for that, or I could go for anybody who's still inside the Ugo dynasty for you. We got some nice ugly and Fasoon going, but these are old hags. Old dried up hags. I got no time for them. Ooh, yeah, minus 100% fertility. Unless they have unlocked... Eelco needs a guardian. Well, it won't be guardianed by me, that's for sure. At least he's Czech, so... any intelligent people... Ah, my wife can look over you. Then we'll all be happy. Imagine being so inept that you can only guardian 2 of your own kids. I'm very happy with this. 3 out of 4 on the albino babies. Albino's in my eyes, a really good trait to pass down. That natural dread is lovely. Hold on. Dragonzord, no! You may have been my brother, but you were a right kind of brother. Tell me you popped out some hideous freak of nature. That's a no, and that's an... Oh, well. No great loss then. Goodbye, D-Ragenzord. That's why 4 kids is about the limit for 2 parents. 10 kids realistically needs 5 parents. Oh, God, don't give Worm any more ideas. Oh! It is my cousin, Werner. How could you? Well, he's abandoned the scheme now that he's known for it. Hey, I could invite him to court. My question is, does he become a criminal that I can lock up for that? It wouldn't really be... Wait, he's my player heir? Oh, Crivens, right, that's a problem. I haven't actually nominated a player heir out of my kids yet. I don't want to, because I'm still quite young and fertile, and I want to pop out as many kids as I can, because I'd ideally choose the youngest one, so we have the longest playtime with them. As long as they reach adulthood. And, you know, if we pop out an albino Fasoon, they're definitely the preferred option. Don't want your vassals, man. My nephew, Andreas. You failed me in many ways. Whether it's a sarcastic comment or a disapproving look, my nephew constantly shows his disdain for my condition. As I realize I've forgotten the book he lent me, I know exactly how he will react. Why am I even surprised anymore? My heart's... Well, that's because I'm depressed here. I overcome my lethargy, but it doesn't drop my... Oh, well, I guess it offsets the melancholic. Tell him to shut up. Just accept that I'm worthless. Nonsense, right? This stuff can be overcome. I'm still tired. Oh, my days. Something that is often brought up as one of the worst events in CK2 is the one where you just go, I'm so depressed, and you just gain the trait depressed. And I thought that would be improved here, but it was functionally the same thing that happened. Just got an event saying, oh, things are getting grim, and suddenly I'm melancholic. Despite having a large, loving family, good traits, loads of money, lots of lovely land. I do not understand. Alright, maybe we should dig some deeper ditches here. I don't want anybody cracking through that fortification. I don't want anyone cracking this fortification either, for what it's worth. Ah, oh, poor Alba. It's not doing too well now. You've got a whole lot of worthless land there. Good job, Amir. The Byzantine Empire, they're probably wondering where all of their money went, but regardless, it's up to the new Patriarch to sort it out. I don't think I'll be going back for more. Well, not yet. We got plenty of dosh and we can generate plenty more. Now, Andreas, I believe you were complaining about a book. A simple little book, and you thought you could run your mouth. Well, at least he's intimidated. How's the Uggo family doing, says Brute. Plenty of albino babies popping out. It's just a question of which one's going to be our heir. Could I... Oh, I can't try to romance you again. You're my lover, but you didn't become my soulmate. Oh god, I inherited a barony again? I mean, I'm flattered, but I don't need it. Just give it to somebody else. Give it to this loser. Oh, that means my spy master's deed. Kinda hurting on good spy mastery, but no one's trying to kill me anymore, so I guess it's no big deal. Oh, right, yeah, consumption will do that to you. See, if this were a normal run, being granted those vassals would be such a godsend. Not only would they be vassals, they would be correct de jure vassals underneath my Duchy of Austria. He could give our friendship another chance. It's not worth losing him as a friend, so let's try and keep it. It's not like we're doing much anymore, so I'll give him a quick bit of a sway, not a lay. Is the family still witching up nicely? Well, we're looking over them, so I'd imagine so. And my wife is a witch, and I am a witch. As long as we have the witch coven going, it's all okay. Could imprison my wife. Could imprison my bishop. As long as he spends the money, I'm not going to throw him into prison. But if he ever builds up a bit too much of that honey, I'll be taking some of it. Righto, I've come across a book describing how ancient monastics used trances and visions to commune with the heavens. I don't have the wise man perk, but it's worth giving it a go. Oh, I was just saying that we're not soulmates, but I think now is the time. I do like intrigue, but we're not currently focused intrigue. I can switch out though. I think when I get my next perk I will... Learning is good. No, we should stick with learning actually. Might even move over to scholarship focus just to get my learning even higher. Yeah, I don't need piety right now. Okay, let's make it happen. Oh, I do care for you and I enjoy our time. Can we just leave it at that? Oh, ooh. Man. Well, that explains this. Right, we must keep experimenting. I may well get ill here, which won't go well with being melancholic. Oh ho! Excellent. Rise man is great. Why? Wise man is great. It's not quite a... what's the opposite of sin? It's not quite a virtue, because I don't have that going for us. Right, Jupiter, Craven. Oh no, it's the horrible, horrible decision between Craven, lazy and arbitrary. Well, you definitely don't want lazy if I want you to be well learned. Arbitrary is a bit less bad. At least Craven isn't a sin. Arbitrary is not a sin either. Wait, is lazy a sin? Lazy's not a sin. Craven can be a sin. I think it's a sin for... I forget who. Tell you what, this is going to send me over the edge, so I think it's high time that... Oh, I could have a Mystic Communion. Regardless, though, I think it's time for a hunt, just to bring down the stress that I'm gaining from telling you to be arbitrary. Craven's pretty free for women, as long as it's not a sin, perhaps, but you may end up being the heir. Oh, the white stag! Right, get it. I'm gonna disrupt the locals, but that's okay. This stag, is it the one you seek? Perfectly normal stag, not even a tuft of white fur on its body. It'll have to do for now. Hunts like these are a pure joy. I cannot wait till next year. But we have to wait 5 years. I could go on a pilgrimage for mega piety, but I really don't think I should be founding the religion until I am playing as the... Well, no, I could found the religion at great cost to myself when I know I'm near death. Then I could have the kiddo take care of the contracts. Delightful. Where are we going to? I haven't been to Canterbury. Let's head there. Hopefully I don't get sick this time on my journey. I mean, we are going to Kent. I'm not being sympathetic to any heathens around here, even though I'm about to become one. Make our way down to scholarly circles at this rate. Wait, didn't I say I wanted pediology? Oh well. Not bad. I've had more piety in the past, though. Is it random, the amount that you get? I got about 600 first time. Still, always good to have that piety. It's based on the length of the pilgrimage. Recall doing a long one before, but I recall many things. Not all of them are true. Like, I recall it being a good idea having Fan of Gaming come out as this inbred hunchback freak, but he has failed to pass on his pathetic genes, and instead Ulrich is just going off anywhere she can. Alright, Wien's continuing to be built up. Wouldn't mind getting that upgraded at some point, but till then, I think some farming estates for more well, I'm not... No, I am a steward. Excellent. Yeah, if I'm a steward, then I want to be doing the upgrades that I want. And there are upgrades I want. Come to me, Leans. God, I've even kept stair for myself. I like the barracks upgrade. I really like heavy infantry and spearmen upgrades. Right, what's going on, Count Andreas? Two courtiers are talking with each other. Da 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 da. I must know what they're hiding, whatever the cost. Yeah, just whip them into shape. Count Andreas has attempted murder. What in God's name? My nephew Count Andreas has made an attempt on the life of my son Shalui. Unless I take action, Shalui might still be in danger. You bastard. Also, Shalui, you're sick? Are you being seen to? Oh. I don't recall having a say in this. Well now, Andreas, the problem here... Actually, there's not much problem. You're zealous, but... You've done bad things. I could reveal your attempted murder and lock you up for it. But your family... You were meant to get me the club-footed scaly buggers, but I'm seeing neither of that. He's ill, Jake. Andreas is just trying to help. Is there a particular reason he wants to kill the kid? Why would he want Shalui dead? Shalui's not next in line or anything. We've got house seniority, so this old Uggo over there is next in line. House seniority is actually very dangerous. You end up just playing as old man after old man. Not even before him on the list here, Andres. You're not doing too bad. That No, ousting him isn't good enough. I need to expose his attempted murder secret, and rightfully Ooh, again, does it always cost piety to imprison somebody? I don't recall that being the case. On decline, this is an act of tyranny. No, it's not. Still, though, he might not go to prison all that easily. All of his family lose 15 opinion. That's outrageous. He tried to kill you. Maybe it's better that I just reveal that? No, that doesn't give any negative penalties around here. Nobody seems to care about attempted murder. Only murder. Imprison, banish, execute. Can't even revoke his title. You have, however, failed me, Andreas. I'm going to try and lock you up for this. And if it fails, then I'm just going to have to beat you down. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. There's no recourse for our dispute other than to settle it on the battlefield. Fine by me. Get stuck in there, lads, and bring those walls down. I don't have anyone that can. Well, head on in anyway. Ah, the man himself. Well, have at. No, he decided to spend his money on mercs. Wouldn't mind going beating up the mercs as well. I slew my nephew Ernst. Oh man. Oh man, he was putting out the ugly genes. I think this is the guy that had that weird jaw earlier on. Far from home, a stranger is brought before me. He's been waiting outside the castle gates for a week, my liege. The man bows deeply. My name is Aitere, your highness. I've travelled far and wide and seen many things, but my family and I are weary. If you allow us to stay, I'll happily share my knowledge of the world with you and be your loyal servant. Now, I've seen your type before. You completely took over Bohemia. Oh, crivens. I think they're playing the same game I am up there. In any case, I was expecting some kind of learning level here. You got no prowess. The thing you specialize in, you're garbage at. But a strong hook on somebody's never that bad. A weak hook if he converts to Catholicism. Are your kids good breeding material? No, you're a waste of time. I mean, how about I say you can come in and then you can sod off. Wait, could I? Oh, you would accept even without the hook. Alright, in you get. Become a Catholic and go away. Oh, I still gain the stress. Well, whatever. How'd you go? Might be useful having somebody floating about that I have a strong hook on. Do you want another Syrian neighbor? That hits a little too hard there, Catan. I'm having illegal feelings over this. Does the AI machine learn what the player does? Oh god, no. Ah. Still suffering in terms of a good council here. But as long as we bring the good culture around here. I don't care so much for Amstetten. I think I will shove a... well, once I'm done with you, I will shove a Czech over here so that we can convert the place. Or rather, hopefully they can convert the place. The eye of AI is a bit of a misnomer. Bit harsh, that. Right, my bishop. He's really getting on my nerves. Man, I'm turning on everyone here. This must be the melancholy. He loves to tell everyone how the Lord will punish those who are cruel to others. Why should I listen to him? The horned god embraces us all. I could become a trickster. Ooh, I could break his faith in God again. I've got to try. My beloved wife helped me out with my learning. Ooh, not too shabby. I took your sister there. And I get to enforce my demands before these guys take over this siege. Although I wouldn't mind beating them up. It's commanded by Anders, so it's a good opportunity to kill him. Have at, Anders. Oh. Yeah, I just chucked it into the fire. What a shame. Oh, okay, come on. I'm here for the beatdown. Ah, not enough of a beatdown. Still happy that I grabbed you. Perhaps I could... Chings, that's hardly a ransom. Anyway, throw the man in prison. Now, what to do with you? I'd really like to banish you. Hold on, you rose up against me, so I can actually revoke your title. That is quite handy. So. Revoke title, no problem there. Although the control gets changed by a lot. Also need my wife to help me out with everything, otherwise I'm above my domain limit. And then I need to grant this to somebody else who will hopefully make plenty of babies for us. Plenty of horrifically disfigured babies that I can then fold back in. My options aren't great. They have to be Czech as well. Ilko, my son. There's a lot of horrible things that you can do there. I think you, and you're Czech as well, which is great. Can I not convert you? No. I see a lot of great things for you, Ilko. Breed right here. I can grant it, right? Yeah, there we go. Excellent. You'll learn how to be a man. God, she's only getting... She doesn't look 14 at all, does she? She looks about 35. Right, away goes the army. Now that sucker that I keep in prison. Might be worth just keeping him in prison. He doesn't have a lot of money, so it's not really worth doing anything with him, but he is a good military engineer. I like those. Who are you? Well, nobody wants to pay you out. But you are not too shabby at Marshall. So how about we recruit you? You're not too bad at learning, but... you're not too bad at anything there, Andreas, but I'm afraid we've had a bit of a falling out. So you're just going to stay in prison. She looks like she works in the Sutherland docks. Makes sense for being 14. Righto, extort those subjects. Wait, what is this? Oh, end of war. Was that always a pop-up there? And were they always so small? Like, this stuff looks tiny. Oh, I actually gained dread from doing that. Right, my marshal. You may be Midas touched, but I'm afraid everyone's gonna have to pay here. Because if I have... Ooh, what? So did I actually gain tyranny because he refused to go into prison despite being a criminal? It did say on decline it would be counted as tyranny, but I definitely gained 20 tyranny out of that war. That's not right. CK3 had an update today. I think that's what did it. Oh, what did the update do? I must have missed that. That's a shame. This is robbing me of more money and dread. But it was not right that I gained tyranny for trying to throw a criminal into jail. Didn't those laser eyes of yours have enhance and zoom? No, that's a cliche. Okay, Jupiter. Wrathful, eh? It's not a sin. Forgiving is a virtue. I don't think I'd be playing as Jupiter anyway, so it's probably not worth stressing myself out over you. Oh, what? No, 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 no. What? How? Why? Who does that to a 6-year-old boy? Sorry to break your heart, Jupiter, but we need to find you another albino. Looks like there are no Uggo albinos, so we'll have to settle for something else. Okay, well, given the risk of eunuchism, we'll have to wait. Can you get a similar thing for females? Can you, I don't know, take a poker from the fire and then sterilize them? Probably not, must be too advanced tech for the game. That's what happens when you marry a Greek into your family. Well, let's see. No Greek parents. A Greek grandparent. 1. Still, dang. He still wants to give me those vassals. Oh, great, the stress is piling up. My half-sister decided to... Oh, Kriven's depression seems to run in the family. We need to cheer ourselves up with a lovely feast. I am gregarious after all, so should help out. Not keen on dying just yet. Yeah, it does seem more likely to be a horrible mistreatment. Ah! Raucous entertainment for a medium health boost. It's always the same one, I think, though. A bird that's not cooked going around and biting people's faces off. Birds are horrible creatures. Ah, eager reveler. Excellent. Great trait. You want it. I will not change Ilko's contract. That's a mistake to make. Because if Ilko ends up the next playable heir, I certainly want to be able to change contract with the HRE. Excuse me. A bunch of balance changes and bug fixes. Ruler designer at game start. Character kitten. That stuff wasn't today. That stuff came out 2 days ago. Or yesterday. Or sometime in the past. Right, what's going on? Oh, my lovely wife is having a go at my spy master. Well, this is probably a good warning to me that my spy master hates my guts. But we don't really have better. My wife demands I take action. No, it's actually good to have my spy master stick up for me a bit. Perhaps I could make him all witchy so he sees things my way. The time has come for the Uggo Coven's... Again? I mean, I'm glad I'm getting these. They're very powerful, but I got almost none of these in the whole witching campaign. Stewardship. But wait, wasn't there nothing useful in stewardship for me? I guess cutting cornerstones is nice, but let's just sink that stress. Bad spy master that likes you is better than good one that hates you. Ah, only if they try to kill me. And I'm quite confident he's not trying to kill me. 10% vassal tax is good. No. I'm pretty sure it's multiplicative. Also, I have a vassal. Shrewd. I never find shrewd. Lots of claims you got going there, but you're too old to mate into my dynasty, so it's not worth me pushing your claims. Poland? Poland. There was a Poland here once. The 10% from stewardship is additive, I'm pretty sure. Okay. I'm not confident enough to counter that, but I don't think it is. Jinx. Poor Poland. There was such a... Actually, this could be a problem because Bohemia might go and eat this land up. They're already... Oh, no, you're defending. Oh, an actual Czech is rising up against the new Mashariki overlordship of Bohemia. Yes, drifting apart. That's alright, Uggo. You're not going to be my friend anymore. You're going to rot away in my prison. Wounded and flagellant. Alright, let's make that spy master of ours into a good old witch. Gains 20 opinion of me, which is... Oh, I'm not seeing it. Unless it's from... No, grateful from the event. Then I don't understand. King Saul of Whoa. What? My nephew actually rose to the lofty heights of King of Croatia? Impressive. However, he's not of our dynasty. This is probably because I married off. If we go back a bit. I'm quite certain I married Uggo into the Croatian house some time ago. It was for an alliance. Okay, but now I'm back way too far. I'm still certain I did it. I wanted that Croatian alliance. Regardless. No, I'm looking at it the wrong way around. Wrong way around entirely. My cousin is the imprisoned count here. Okay. What a shame. Then I guess we didn't rise to any such lofty heights. Oh well. Jake, sorry to say it if it's been said before, but VOD's turned back on. Well, hopefully it happens someday, but not anytime soon. 12 prowess, but most importantly military engineer. That is a welcome aboard. Why would you ever say no? Why indeed would you ever say no? It's a free night. Normally you gotta pay to invite knights. Come on, my loving wife. Surely we can try one more time. She's clearly flattered. Yeah, sure. I failed to become her soulmate last time. She's a real pain in the rear end, but I gotta take that 35 and 100 chance. Because we need to make more babies. Stair and leans. Keep those barracks going. I like barracks. Oh, I've got max barracks there. Stockades of Prague. I'll leave it be for now. Right. As ever, extort those subjects and scholarly circles. Bang, just like that. Learning is so easy to get mega high, and that can be very useful for getting these innovations plowed through. I'm glad banking is not one we have to care about. I hate banking, what a useless thing. Plus 10% development growth. Whoop-de-doo. I'd love to take a lot, but unfortunately, I don't want to play the tyrant here. 10 dread's enough to keep the dread nice and high. Right, Shalui, it's quite possible that you will be our player heir. Temperate is a virtue. I like virtue. Just is not a virtue, so enjoy being temperate. 24,000 gold, goddamn. It's almost 25,000. There we go. Good old wife of ours, pregnant again. Give me that intelligent, festooned albino child, and then I can let your womb rest. Right, Jabiter. Bravery. Wait, wasn't she trying to be craven earlier on? Calm and, well, definitely not zealous. Brave's not too shabby. Alright, let's have another look to see if there's a great albino out there for you. I would accept either House Uggo or with another negative congenital trait. Lover's pox is inheritable, but this is a pretty old man. What about for the males? Dang, not a lot of variety out there. Tell you what, I'm done with having these armored footmen. I'm gonna get rid of them altogether, and I'm gonna make a new men-at-arms for purely these things. It's a bit of a cost, sure. At least I have them. That should do for now. I'd like to have another one full of pikemen again. Pikemen are nice and cheap, so I might as well. That'll do for now. Now I have something resembling a men-at-arms army. Do not be scared of numbers. I mean, some battles do come down to sheer numbers, but generally your men-at-arms will destroy levies. Alright, Compao. Charming, eh? What do we care about at this point? I don't think intrigue is all that necessary. But diplomacy, can't go wrong with it. So do focus Diplo and enjoy the education of the bishop. Yeah, well, the bishop's a witch, so that's a good idea. And he's Czech as well, with decent. Oh well, actually, no diplomacy whatsoever. Well, whatever. Backup children, you know. In my runs, bishops have like 200 gold max, says Kilguda. 200 gold? What are you playing as? This lazy bishop over my almost non-existent realm is 370, getting 7 a month. Right, once again she wants me to stop eating. And once again, I'm going to have her help me convince her. Well, it doesn't actually seem to be working here. Or maybe it did and I didn't check. Anyway, no one uncovers my ruse. Starving myself for my horrible wife, who's never there for me. Okay, the Mashrikis are holding on to their position of power here. It's kind of good because it means that they're not going to spread Czech culture around here. I don't want it spreading out outside the lands that I hold. What's bad news, though, is you. Disappointment of a daughter. So, I'm going to call you Worm. Worm Uggo. Given the lack of albinos out there, then I end up seeing, do we marry you off to another Uggo? Fried Rice McDiet Polled Uggo is a club footy individual. I don't know how they're related, but I guess they are. Or do I look for the best inbreds and set you up with them before other people get onto them? Look at this. A tiny inbred. Yes, I think we'll take a stab at you. I mean, the child may die. They are inbred after all. Chance of children low. Give it a go. There you go, Worm. It's a relationship you never realised you always wanted. Coming from a long line of dwarves. I keep inheriting this barony. I don't want it. You there. Hold on to it for once. Low chance beats no chance. It's always going to say low if one of them is infertile. That minus 50% hit's pretty big. Oh man, this is just the game I needed after that DDR and workout. Don't have to think too hard, don't have to click too fast or hard. I can just enjoy my incestuous affair here. Right, guilds get. They still want to give me those vassals. Guild's really nice for that domain limit. It means I actually could keep that land that I inherited. But. Do I need hoardings for the next one? It's the barracks that I care about. If I wanted the level 5 barracks, you'd need the concentric castles and the baileys. Not the biggest fan of baileys, but I'm told they're good. Get the hoardings, get the baileys. I shouldn't need any of these anytime soon. Much as I love men-at-arms, tree buckets and the others. But we're not fighting a lot, so it doesn't make sense. I should just work on having that fat stack of gold. Oh, and of course, let's have ourselves our mystical costs prestige. If I'm serious about having religion change, I should hold on to that. Let's have a grand rite instead. Oh, this should always be telling me when it's possible. Chances are always pretty good with these. Everyone's spellbound, and we could get stewardship again. It's really trying to tell me to go for stewardship. Oh, sure. I mean, free upgrades here are well worth it. Hey, we can check this. Vassal tax contribution 10%. Knowledge is power, so let's check it out. Let's find a vassal. Mayor Berthold. Maybe that's a bad idea. We should check out feudal vassals. Ilko's a good idea. His contribution is 13%. Well, hell, we'll check the mayor as well. 20% and 13%. Easy to remember. Now we add 10% on top of it, and suddenly it's 22% and 14%. Some people running their mouths like they know what they're saying, when in fact they don't. Tell you what will really make me the money is having some extra land for myself. So I might actually just take that barony back after all. Let's get all this away. It's not bad as baronies go, but surely we can have better. There's this one in Wien, after all. Wien. Yeah, Wien's probably the better bet. Do I know or care about you? Spineless vassal of mine. Say goodbye to your precious title. Now, as for you, my wife and lover. You popped out a disappointment recently. Let's get a better one going. Embarrassing odor. I've secured an invitation to a feast in Prague. I have a seat close to my wife. You mean I can only get close to my own wife at my own feast? Right. The loudest fart I have ever heard erupts from our table. A few of the guests are looking at Harriet. I mean, I love my wife, but not sure I love her that much. Oh, go on then. The lengths I go to for my... Oh, it wasn't my wife who farted. Oh. Alright, Bishop, what are you complaining about now? Staring at stars. Leave the skies be. The celestial realms for the clergy to know. It's actually quite a good way to get some extra piety as well. I'm certainly wanting that. But I should not become zealous, because then I won't be able to found my own religion. Oh boy, a time to beat down my own knight here. Or the good old food poisoning. Well, I can't get injured in the duel. Odds are with me, but this one's really good for getting an intrigue lifestyle perk. It's why romancing can be very powerful, because this event can fire multiple times. And, to make it even better, your own wife can help you poison the one that's chatting her up. There we go. Easiest that you'll ever get. Prepare for anything. I don't want to be knocked off without knowing, especially since I haven't dedicated, or not dedicated, but I have not decided my next heir. Be an awful thing to just drop dead now. Currently, Compao is looking good for being the next heir. They're all the same, these albinos. None of them got a secondary trait, and I don't know if any of them have the whatchamacallem traits, the latent ones. My morsel is in danger. Come on. Think of something other than food here. Oh, I can't believe it. We actually managed to become soulmates with her, and we lay with her. Another chance at that intelligent, Fassund albino offspring. I thought Zealous was just an extra cost. Was it though? I thought it blocked it. She did reject... Yeah, she rejected me before, but not this time. Oh my days, here we go. Lazy, craven, or arbitrary. It's all bad. Right, this is the 11-year-old Shalui. Learning and stewardship hit. I like both of those things. Lazy's just awful, though. Well, arbitration it is. And now suddenly Compao is looking like the best option. And he's been looked over by our shady bishop. Starting to think that I should drop Jabiter myself. Wow, and she's almost of age, right? Then I'll switch over to Uggo, but Uggo's 7. That's when they start developing those traits. Right, well, so long, Jabiter. I'm out of here. 15. She's probably in the rebellious phase. Nobody wants to be looking over that. Compao. Get out of here, Svatobor. This is my kid. In fact, you can go and deal with walking daddy issues here. Ah, see, you even pop up to be the one. There you go. And you are focusing on diplomacy. It's not too bad. I'd rather you were better at learning, but hey, 5 base isn't too shabby. Here's something you can learn from me by. Shake down your realm at every opportunity. Take this mayor, for example. It's only 10 tyranny. And I only have 20 tyrannical points right now. But I don't think it's really worth the 200 gold at this point. I'd rather just have my mayors hate me, because what in God's name are the mayors going to do against you? The answer is nothing. They're laughable. Good lord, calm down, bread roll. Much as I would like that land, I have generated no more albinos. Hang on, didn't I generate Compao and not give myself the points for it? Somebody's gonna have to remind me about that. Did I always have 10? Oh jeez. I didn't think the one thing I'd forget to do was put in the chin points. Maybe somebody else can remember. Right, okay. Now we're talking. Jings, you're good at everything, and you're not very old, and you're Czech. You shall indeed serve me. You say you're my, it says you're my knight, but you could be so much more. Marshal or steward? A good bit of stewardship. There we go. When I got the end of romance, my wife had stuck him like a pig with her dagger, and she still appreciated the gesture. I wish there were more outcomes to that than always having some kind of break-in and whatnot. I mean, just how often are we getting attacked around here? I'm really wondering if I added the chin points for Compao. Can anybody check to see if I did? I can't remember if I was at 10 or not when I started. Commanders are kind of... Yeah, well, that's why I think you should always have yourself on trained commanders. Organized levies gets you more levies. Ugh. Whereas this gets you cheaper men-at-arms. This gets you a chance to get new commanders and improve your existing commanders. Oh, Mastermind Philosopher? Maybe I gave up on you too early. You were at 10 when you started, and I definitely remember naming Compao today. So we should... Yeah, I haven't even... It shows there, I haven't actually edited that at all. We are up at 12 points. Jings, how could I forget that? I need those points to expand so I can eat up Bohemia. The same Bohemia seems to be having a bit of trouble now. Good lord, this magnanimous Ravener is really turning it around. Good idea, Jake. Make the best guy at swords play the one looking after your money. It'll really make those thieves think twice. I'm pretty sure I personally look over my money. Okay, Shalui, you've let me down with Arbitrary, but Gregarious and Temperate are both great. Whoa, okay, Gregarious is what you just got. Oh, but Lustful! It might be a sin, but consider the line. But Gregarious is so good, especially since he's going towards diplomacy. And a bit of attraction helps as well for making those babies. Alright, Pediology, get those additional skills for the wards. There's nothing else I think that I'd want to be focusing on right now anyway. Looking down at the perfectly shaped seashell and imagining Duchess after a smile, I can barely contain myself. It's exquisite, do you not agree, my lord? The old merchant gestures to the seashell with a wink. The perfect gift for a loved one. No, I don't need more opinion with her. This junk. Spare me. Well, we get quite the bulk buy discount. Hang on, what the hell am I doing? If I wanted to start my religion, then I should definitely be working towards this without... Oh, Crivens, which one's needed? I need profit.